Hey, what is up? I'm the Downward Doug, and this is Revenue Revealed. This is the monthly episode where I show you what I've made on Inside Timer this month. This is not about flexing or showing off as to how well I'm doing. I'm still quite new to the thing. It's more to show you the capacity of this platform and to see if it's something that is good for you, to give you an honest insight into Inside Timer. Now, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what I've made this month and how I did it. And if you stick through to the end, I'm also going to show you a cool new feature that Inside Timer have just released. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So how does it work? So Inside Timer pay you once a month on the 24th, sometimes it's 23rd, depending on the weekends, and they'll pay straight into a PayPal account. It goes straight in there, no questions asked. It is like clockwork. It's really, really good. That money then you can do as you wish, whether you want to keep it in PayPal or you want to move it across to your bank account, business, or otherwise you just do the transfer. So you need to have a PayPal account to get set up in order to get paid by Inside Timer. You might be able to get paid into your account if you're in the US, for instance, but as a UK person, it's easier to do it through PayPal. So that is what's required of you. Let's jump into the laptop now, and you're going to see exactly what I've made using what I like to call the Excel of dreams. Okay, so let's jump right in. So this is the back end of Inside Timer. So this is your dashboard. It shows you kind of your total plays, your followers, average rating, total rating. So it gives you a pretty good back end of what's going on. It isn't that accurate all the time. So wouldn't rely on this fully, but you can also do it for 7 days and yesterday. So just a cool thing to know that you can check that out. It also tells you kind of what's been going on. I asked them to take one of my files back so I can edit it, so that's what this is. But this is also what you'll get if you've uploaded a photo that doesn't meet their requirements or they don't like something you've said, which does happen. But when you get smart, you make sure you avoid that because it just slows down the whole process. But that's not what we're here. We're here for this next tab, which is revenue. So you see the total revenue up here. So look, I'll be the first to say that's not that much. And like I said, this is not about me flexing. This is just about giving you some insight. You know, people don't like to talk about what's actually going on this site. So this is also only updated to November. So my latest payslip hasn't reflected there, which is good because we want to keep that kind of juicy apple to the end of this. And this is all your payslips, which is great to have them to look back and go, okay, what's working, what's not, what should I focus on? This can really be a handy tool if you're looking to maximize pay on there. This is the payslip in question that we're going to talk about today. Now, I'm not just going to open it. I don't want to show you everything. We're going to draw it out a little bit. Get suspense built, like like I don't know, Jaws. So let's get into this, and we'll do this by going into the Excel of dreams. Okay, this thing has changed my life. This Excel sheet, I promise you. This has helped so much, like give me clarity about what I'm doing and making it a business. I'm not a very organized person, and this has helped me go, right, you need to get serious, boy. All right, because there's an option here. So those of you who've seen it before know what it is. If you saw the last video, this is where I track all my pay slips. You can see I have, and these are all the different ways you can make money on Inside Timer. Individual plays, so that's individual tracks that you have on there under the freemium content. Okay, ratio here is about 200 to 1. So you have to get 200 plays to get $1. Individual engagement, you get about $1. What's the average here? I've got the average here. You get about $1 per individual engagement, which is free content that you reply to. It all makes sense in a bit too. Course plays, if you've got courses on there, again, quite a good ratio there, 1.5. That's changed dramatically. See, that's gone up a lot. So I think they changed the payment structure on that quite a bit. We have course engagement, which is people replying to your courses, talking to you like part of your classroom. When you reply to them, you get a ratio too. That's really high. That's like $20 to $25 a piece. And then you have donations, which is like you get whatever is donated to you. And then you have premium plays, which is your premium content, the stuff behind the firewall on Inside Timer. That ratio you can see also creeped up. It used to be 2.5, now it's like 3.7. So it's like, it fluctuates. Okay, that's what you gotta know. It fluctuates. That's why I like to put it into the Excel of dreams so I can see what's going on. I can see trends that are coming up ahead of time. I also like to guesstimate what I'm going to earn each month because I like to be ahead of things. I don't want to be retrospective, only going, oh, good, I made this much, now I can have this. I'm kind of trying to budget better with my life and be more organized. And this, as a business tool, makes me go, okay, so I know I've got about this many plays. I should expect this amount. So if you look here, I estimated I'd make 1,300 this month, okay? And as you can see, this running total here, again, you can see when I took it seriously. 36, 27, 38, 500, 400, 600, 1,000, 1,200, 1,200. So again, not about flexing, just about showing you that when you take it seriously, you can alter it. How high you can go, let's see. That's why you're on this journey with me, to find out just what are the bounds and the limitations of this. You know, £1,000 is $1,000 is a lot a month. So, you know, depending on how much work you're putting in, that's pretty cool. So put in the comment section right now if you think I beat my estimate or I didn't beat my estimate, okay? Be honest, don't lie, check and make sure. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but you just be honest, okay? You're on Inside Time. It's all about spirituality and stuff. Don't be a liar. So get on there. Show me what you think. Did I make more or less than that, okay? Now let's break it down together. So again, individual players have got this cool freeze function, so it brings down the heading. So just to reflect with November last year, this month I did 1835, and that brought me in 1295. Okay, so this will now update 142. So it's slightly less than I've had, you know, I've had less plays, but I've actually made a similar amount of money. But again, it's almost 2,000 free listens and I've got $12. So freemium has its part to play, but be careful of putting on just free stuff on there. It's going to burn you in the end. But it does generate me a lot of traffic, which is great. Also keep in mind, I've not put anything new on freemium for like forever, for maybe 2 years plus. So it's interesting to note that in 2 years I haven't done anything, and that money in this earning column here is just been, you know, it's been paying. That's a real passive income, probably from where this reflects from. So all of that money is reflected. So I've made $200 passive. Okay, so that's true passive. Cool. All right, something to think about. Now let's go into individual engagement. Let's just reflect it for November and December. So individual engagement is, of the free content, how many people have come to me and said, hey, thanks so much for this. We reviewed this. We really liked this. It doesn't even have to be that they liked it. If they wrote to you and you wrote back, that counts as individual engagement, free engagement. Not free because, you know, but it's free because it was free content. So I got $16.20 for that. Okay, so there the ratio, you can see, has changed too. So in both situations, that ratio has changed quite dramatically. So that's 206. I've had to 206 plays to get $1. For this, I needed to answer less than one person to get $1. So that's a pretty good ratio, that. Okay, so again, it fluctuates depending on how much money Inside Timer gets. So every month they split their money 50-50 with us and them, the platform and the teachers. So if they've made more money, it looks like they made more money in December, you're going to get more money in your pocket too. That's why you want to be on it every month. Those of you into finance will know that this is like dollar cost averaging, where you put money into the stock market every month, and that evens out the curves, the ups and the downs. Similar kind of thing. You want to make sure you're active all the time, so when these good months come, you can do well out of it too. So next thing is course plays. So this has been the big change. So last month I did 1618. This month I did 2460. All right, and that got me, let's see there. Okay, 680.81. To me, that's a whopper. 680.81 for my courses. So people that listen to my courses, just by listening to them, I get this 3.6. So again, it's still like 3.5. So that ratio stayed quite high. Interesting to see it hasn't come down. You can see here 3.3, 3.2, 2.4. Things have changed. I wonder if there's a different payment structure going on with the courses there. You know, now that there's a lot more course creators because they've made it so much easier. Let's check course engagement then. This is when someone in your course writes to you about your lesson. They call it your classroom. So if I do a course in Stoicism and there's conversations going on about Stoicism, it'll all sit under that course. When I reply to someone, that counts as a course engagement. This one, I get 39 replies or course engagements, and that got me 84205. Boom, that's good. That's also stayed a solid $25, roughly. That's a little bit less actually. That's probably about $20 per answer. So all I had to do is answer people 39 times, and that got me $800. That is pretty amazing in my estimation, you know, and you don't have to write long things. I do because I see these people as people I'm collaborating with, I'm teaching. I want to make it an environment. I want these people to be people that trust me, that think that I have an invested interest in them, because I do. I want to talk to them. I want to help them on their journey. That's why I got into this. So I like the engagement aspect, and I'm glad it pays so well. So next thing is donations. This is just if people like you, they donate. That's for free, for premium content, whatever they want. If they like you, they will donate. You can increase your donations by doing a lot of lives. But you've got to be quite salesy when you're doing the lives. They say on Instagram you should mention your donations 3 times, so at the beginning, in the middle, and the end. Something I followed, mixed bag with that. I don't always get donations from there. I'm not sure that should be a business model you follow, donations. I think you're probably better off using lives as a way to connect to the audience, and almost like a free way to advertise what you're doing, free way to connect to new followers. Okay, all right, so $41 for that. So again, like whatever, it comes in, that's great. Now, the last one is premium plays, 1631. Now let's just juxtapose 1631, the free stuff I got, 1835. So I'm getting a similar amount of premium plays as I am on freemium plays. Now keep in mind, I made $12 on the free stuff. On the premium stuff, that's how much I made. 451.38. I don't know, I've changed the decimal place to 1 place, so that's why it's done that. But you can see there, the ratio 2 is 3614. So again, it's 3.6, that hasn't changed, that stayed the same. So you can see there, not bad, not bad. So those of you guessed that I'd make more, well, you guessed right. So I estimated 1,300. This is actually my biggest month by far. Estimated 1,300. I made 2,045. That's pretty cool. Now, what did I do that month? Well, in that month, I actually put out a course all about giving during Christmas. And that was the major change. But again, this is coming off this kind of tidal wave of, I don't know why I say tidal wave, so weird, tidal wave of effort that I've been putting in. I've been showing up every month, increasing output probably by 0.5 every month. More, really getting active. And I think this was just the culmination of all of that. So you can see in terms of months, if we go back to the screen here, donations, I've had bigger donation months. So it's not that hasn't changed. When it comes to course engagement, again, similar to what I've had previously, but when it comes to course plays, I really increased course plays because I've got back-to-back courses out concurrently. So one course isn't carrying me through. At this point, I've probably got like 10, we can actually go see. I'll show you how many courses, there we go. So if I go courses here, you'll be able to see, I've got all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 15 courses at the time. I probably had about 13. So, you can increase the bandwidth as to what you're earning by just having multiple things out there and getting them to find you in different ways. So that's it. So if you want to see here under revenue, so my spreadsheet of dreams says I made $2,045. Yeah, it's more or less there, $2,047. And I go straight into your account. It's pretty incredible. There's the breakdown. You can see it here. And yeah, that's revenue revealed. So tell me what you thought. Tell me how you found this. Tell me if this is something that you think you would like to try. Like I say, people have a lot of excuses why they're not doing it. I think it's a great way to make some passive income. It's a great secondary income, certainly, to be putting. Passive wise, I'm not sure how passive it is because I'm being quite active in it, but let's see. It could be something that takes off at a later stage. I think if you get enough traction, if you get enough content out there, it may run itself. I've been having some talks with some Inside Time teachers that have much bigger followings than me. And that seems to be the idea that, a few of the guys will make 2,000 while doing nothing. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's not morally my dream. My dream is to make a lot more than that, whether it's through this or multiple other income streams. And also, I don't know why we all think that if you're in the spiritual world, you got to be poor. How did that happen? That's not what I signed up for. I signed up to help people. I signed up to add value to humanity and the world. But I also signed up to look after myself, and also signed up that I get rewarded for it because I'm providing something valuable, and the more value I put in, I expect to get value out. That's just me. Tell me if you disagree in the comment section below. It's been my pleasure to take you through this revenue. Oh my goodness, we almost forgot the extra change. That was close. Okay, hang on. Back in here, back to the screen. So here's the change. So if you go to premium tracks here, the big change here is that instead of just seeing this bar here, the promise only goes back to the 27th of December. So I'm tracking how well I'm doing at any given point here. I can kind of get a good guesstimation of how I'm doing, but this, I can see weekly, last 12 weeks, and it gives me a weekly number, which is a little bit easier to calculate and to know. But I like this, monthly. Look at this. See ya! So you see it flies up to the side there. And that's really motivating for me to see. So that's interesting because that's my premium plays. But what about my tracks, my free stuff? Because I haven't updated my free stuff in ages. Again, I can go in here, I can see monthly, last 12 months, same. Not quite a dramatic hockey stick, they call it an investment, but you can see, and that's actually a very similar graph you see to things like compound interest. When you invest in a company over and over again and the dividends get reinvested, you make money on your money. And that's kind of what's happening with the tracks. Each track is laying a foundation onto another track, which is laying a brick on top of that. And eventually I want to build my dream life. Not just my dream house, but my dream life off the back of this stuff. So it shows you can build this piece by piece. The thing is, you got to get started, you got to start doing it. Now, if you enjoyed this, hit subscribe, hit like. I forgot to say that at the beginning. But also check me out, I've got a webinar coming up, descriptions below. But keep this in mind. If you want to work one-to-one with me and not make the mistakes that I made and not take 2 years to get to this point, then hit me up, hit me with the email. That's something I'm doing now. I'm taking on clients. I'm helping a friend of mine do it and a second friend too. Probably space for about 5 people a month to get them set up on Inside Timer, get this system going, and hopefully then you can also be earning some passive income. All right, until next time, peace out, A-Town down.